Alright niggas, today we're making a video on Hussein Farhat. And this nigga is one of the fakest naturals in the entire fitness industry space. So if you don't know who this nigga is, basically like some other nigga that blew up in the last few years because this guy had like the craziest transformation of all time. He gained like 50 pounds of muscle or something in like a few years. How he blew up, because everyone was like, this guy's fake natural, this guy's this, that, and then now he's like super confident, providing his blood work and showing that he's, you know, been natural the entire time. And all these influencers like Greg Doucette and all these niggas, they're all coping and being like, he's natural, he just has amazing genetics. Yeah, let's go through this nigga's transformation. I'll show you why he's a fake natural. Alright, so this is the nigga's like start, okay? He was like super skinny, had like no muscle or anything, just an average nigga, okay? And this is the nigga 7 months into lifting. I believe his starting weight was like 130 or 120, and he gained like 40-50 pounds of literal muscle, because if you look at it, this guy didn't look like he got fat at all. He gained like 40-50 pounds of muscle in 7 months. That is not achievable naturally. And then this is him 2.5 years later. Alright, so let me explain to you how like rare this is, okay? Now yes, okay, the guy has amazing genetics, okay? Regardless of if he's blasting gear or not, he has an amazing physique, okay? And even for blasting gear, gaining like 50-60 pounds of muscle and having that transformation that he has in like a year, even 2-3 years, is insane, okay? For a natural lifter, alright, this is assuming you have like pretty good genetics, okay? You can expect to gain 12 to 15 pounds of muscle in your first year of lifting as a newbie. And this is assuming that you're locked in with your diet and nutrition, okay? 12 to 15 pounds of muscle in your first year. That's like the max you can expect. Not 50-60 pounds of muscle in a year. If you have bad genetics, probably like freaking 8 pounds of muscle max, okay? Bad genetics, and you're like locked in, okay? And then after the following years, it gets less and less and less. Maybe year 2, you gain like 8 pounds of muscle max. Year 3, 5 pounds of muscle. Year 4, or like year 10 or whatever, probably gaining like 1 or 2 pounds of muscle max a year, okay? This nigga gained 70 pounds of muscle in like freaking 1 year. Just isn't possible naturally. Like all these niggas are gonna cope and say that, oh, he just has really good genetics. Like, yeah, my ass, okay? Now, yeah, is it possible that he is the rarest human specimen in the world with the best genetics in the world, that he can put on 1,000 pounds of muscle in a year? Sure, that's possible. Just like it's possible that Bibi Netanyahu can bench 400 pounds. But let's be honest, okay? It's just not happening, okay? I'm gonna tell you exactly what this guy did, okay? This guy started his fitness career, okay? Probably lifted like 1 week in the gym. He's like, man, fuck this, okay? And he started blasting gear, okay? Now, I don't think he was blasting like grams of gear. It's possible, but he was probably taking your typical bro cycles, okay? 500 milligrams test, you know, freaking stop that, took some freaking trend, maybe even took some growth hormone, I don't know. But he probably did your typical bro cycles, and he probably is just a very, like, he does have good genetics, okay? He's a hyper responder. That's how he put on that much muscle. He has amazing genetics, okay? Because gaining that much muscle, even enhanced, is like very hard, okay? If you're enhanced, in 1 year, you can probably gain like 20-30 pounds of muscle, okay? If you're like super dialed, okay? Really good genetics, maybe like 20-30 pounds of muscle. If you're blasting your ass off and you're dialed with the training. Not freaking 70 pounds of muscle as a newbie. So yeah, that's what I think he did. He took your typical bro cycles. Maybe he was blasting gear, like a shit ton, grams of gear, okay? And he was smart. He probably did a lot of research. He mitigated the side effects, because if you look through his entire transformation, you don't see any acne, you don't see any gyno, you don't see any crazy things that indicate that he was blasting gear. He looks clean. With skin, everything looks clean. So he probably also has good genetics for gear, okay? Some people take 100 milligrams of test, which is almost nothing, and they get crazy acne and side effects, okay? It's just unfortunate, but it's just their genetics. They're prone to the side effects. This guy has good genetics. He didn't get the side effects, or he was mitigated them. Maybe he was spamming Accutane or something to get rid of acne or something like that. Okay, he was smart. So, and that's the thing about him as well, is that you're not going to find any blood work of this guy during his transformation, okay? He's super confident now. He's like, oh, I'll show my blood work and all this stuff. But you're not going to see any blood work of him during the peak of his transformation. Because if he's blasting, he was clearly blasting gear, okay? His blood work was going to be shit. And it's obvious that, you know, he's fake natural, okay? But this is exactly what it is. He blasted gear, he got all the size, and then now that he got the size, he did a proper PCT, came off everything, fixed his bloods, maybe lost a bit of muscle, but still retained a lot of it. He's got good genetics, and now he's just maintaining his physique. And obviously now he's natty, he's not on anything, so that's why he's super confident about showing his blood work, and he actually shows it and stuff, because he's confident. He knows that he's going to pass his test, and it's going to show that he's natty, okay? But it's just because he's not blasting gear anymore, okay? Now, also, I do think this guy's probably on peptides as well. Like, if you're a fitness influencer and you've made it, okay, and now your entire brand is based on your, you know, the way your physique looks, you're an idiot if you're not using peptides, okay? It's not going to make you unnatural. It's not going to mess up your blood work or anything. It's not going to have crazy side effects. It's just going to help you maintain the physique that you need to keep for your brand. And these guys are all millionaires. Of course, they're using peptides. I guarantee you this nigga's spamming some GLPs. He's probably taking some GHK for his skin, and a ton of, and probably some MK677 or something for some recovery, okay? He's clearly probably taking peptides as well. But yeah, I don't think this nigga's natural. I think he's one of the fakest naturals ever. I think that he blasted his ass off in those first 3 years of lifting, got all that size, and then now he's just maintaining the physique that he has. And again, another thing that you'll see is that, you know, this guy and a lot of other fake naturals, they blow up in their first few years of lifting, gains freaking 60, 70 pounds of muscle, and then they just stop gaining muscle for the rest of their fitness career, okay? Which is very suspicious because, you know, again, let's just say he does have elite genetics and he gained 50, 60 pounds of muscle, well then he should still be gaining at least 5 to 10 pounds of noticeable muscle every single year if he has elite genetics, okay? But he's not. Since he's blown up and, you know, got to his physique, he's just maintaining the same physique. He's not gaining any crazy amounts of muscle every year. So obviously this guy, it just shows that he blasted his ass off, got all that size, and now he's just fully natural, which is why he's not gaining a shit ton of muscle every single year. So yeah, Hussein Farhat, this nigga is one of the fakest naturals ever. Made it. This is what these guys do. They need to blast. It's smart as well, right? You're gonna blast. You're gonna get as big as possible, so that, you know, you can. All you need is just a good looking physique. Okay, you don't have to be as big as a genetic anomaly. Okay, you just have to be nice, have some muscle, be lean, get that fitness brand going, and then that's it. And then you just have to maintain the physique that you got. Okay, you don't need much gear for that. But yeah, this nigga ain't natural. If he's natural, then I don't know, Benjamin Netanyahu's black.